Welcome. Sorry for the boring start, but you know what? I don't care. I was contemplating whether I was going to do another video. It's been 2 days, I think, since I honestly don't remember. Tomorrow, I'm working and I just wanted something to relax to since I saw a video essay about fishing. And that just kind of made me want to fish. So I decided, you know what? I'm going to boot up Minecraft and just fish for a while. Welcome to fishing gameplay. It's going to be just this. Over and over and over. Because I needed some time to relax, I guess. I'm probably going to only record like 2 more episodes on Bishop just to make up for the 2 episodes I would have lost, or that I did lose earlier. I kind of regret not just pushing through and still recording while being in a bad mood. I feel like it's important to capture all of my moods, you know, especially since, again, this is really for me. I don't know why I gotta preface it for that like one person 19 years in the future who clicks up on this video. This is a series for me. It's mainly just like a video diary, essentially. The Minecraft twist. There's a roleplay aspect. It's very light. But you know what? I kind of like that. I like the theater of mindness of all of the characters. I don't have to like act out as each character. I feel like I'd get very tired of that, but the implications of character motives and thought processes and everything, I think is more important than like needing to speak as each character or like really like get a voice actor or all or whatever, or not even a voice actor. I guess it would just be me, but needing to do voices and stay in character. I'm glad that like that's not something that I need to do to have like engaging characters for me, that is. The experience of playing the characters, I think, are more intriguing. I kind of don't really care about the watching, since like the times I watch these videos are when I'm at work and my phone is in my pocket and it's just on my earbuds. So I'm just listening to myself talk. I think it's very helpful for me. I'm able to go through the emotions that I felt, the thought processes I had during the recording. Although I can already start to see the desync in who I was and who I am now, even though it's only been like a week or two, really. I need to maybe let it catch up at some point. So that way everything's like more relevant, I guess. I know at some point I'm gonna get tired of Minecraft. And I'll have a pretty sizable break. But until then, I might as well just keep recording for a bit. It is quite relaxing to just sit here and fish. I'm gonna need to go get some, like go make another fishing rod in a second. Hopefully it doesn't rain. Otherwise, I don't really know what I'll do. I could be working on the fireplace to make it cozy while it rains. But that is a later time thing. Today is fishing. I do wish that they made clay a bit more readily accessible. I know that kind of sounds dumb considering it's everywhere, but I mean, like, I don't want to go out on a grand, like, resource gathering adventure for what is just dirt, essentially. Just really wet dirt. I wish that you could, like, put dirt in a cauldron and get yourself some clay. Or at least make it a bit of a process. Make it where a cauldron takes up, like, has its water levels, and then you first do dirt into mud, and then mud into clay, I think. Then I'd be happy, I guess. It's just the right amount of tedious to where it's like, okay, I could go through this. And like with a cauldron always refill and like refill it with water to then do it again and again and again over and over. Or I could go out adventuring. And it's like, in this situation, I'd rather just do it that method, because going on a grand adventure is not a good idea with Bishop. And bricks would be really nice. The specific kinds, the specific kind of like red brick would be good for the fireplace. But maybe we go down to deep slate, and that could be our... That could be it. But that's a later time thing. It's relaxing fish gameplay while the night is still young. I don't really got topics. I mean, I do, but I'd have to go get up and get my phone, and it's charging right now. I really want to start Astrogen. I don't know, it's been a lingering thought ever since I remember my mom brought it up at some point. And ever since she brought it up, I realized that I absolutely could be trying it. I think the reason why she brought it up was ADHD medication. Like, first, originally, where she was like, well, one, I'd need to get diagnosed, but the current atmosphere of the world with Mr. Trump in control is not a very good place. Hey, if you're some kid in the future and you gotta write a, like, if you gotta write a paper on a president and how fucking bad they were, pick Trump and then use my testament in this video. He's a piece of shit. That's all. Sorry you're gonna get an F. But, yeah. I remember we discussed maybe I should try some ADHD medication at some point. But she was like I should probably like try estrogen first, if anything. Since that you don't need a prescription on. Right? Or am I haven't even looked it up. That's how clueless I am. You're right, fireplace. I should be standing next to you so it's more cozy. At some point when we get an enchanter character, like a character that actually wants to get like an enchanting table and everything, they're gonna be set for levels. Because we got keep inventory on so we can make gravestones for characters, it also means that we don't lose levels. So we get to keep these levels for a long time, and then our first enchanter is just gonna be like, oh my god, I have so many levels to actually enchant. I think enchanters are gonna be a weird meta, like, job in a way. Because it's like, already Insomniac, like, the issues with Insomniac. Well, one, I fixed them where it's like, you can still sleep. You don't need to sleep, but you can still sleep. It just triggers a fear response. And I've changed that for characters. I mean, it didn't really affect Charlie that much, and nobody else has that fear except for the character that came after Rosa. That one I changed, like, they originally had bedstone, which made a giant bedrock pillar wherever they slept, but I realized as I was playing that character that that's way too hard to track. Or it would derail the pacing of a video, where it would be like, okay, I guess I gotta sleep, and then I gotta switch to creative, I gotta do this, and then I gotta do all that to then spawn a bedrock pillar. So that is no longer a thing. And Luck of the Sea. Infinity, oh my god. Alright. Do we have iron to like repair this fishing rod? Because I kind of want some of that durability now to ensure that we get this. It's kind of funny how we got a bit of enchanting stuff. All right, iron, charcoal. No, the iron is over here, isn't it? One iron ingot. Well, we will hold on to you, and we are going to make another fishing rod stick. Put that infinity bow there. Anything else that we want to take care of? No. Okay. Where's my string? Aha, 2 string. Alright, and then crafting table out here. Alright, well, we got another fishing rod. We can fish for a bit longer until we physically cannot fish anymore. That being said, I actually don't know what time it is right now. It's music time, I guess. I have no clue really what I want to talk about next. I guess I could talk about stuff that I've been planning. I have been planning to add yet another category of like character creation in some way. I don't know what to call it other than like I guess it's just an expansion on principles or something like that. Cause I need more roleplay orientated traits that I can improv off of. Because I feel like a few of the traits have gotten like do this and play like this, and it's like it's neat for a bit, but I do want to kind of like have better ways of actually creating a character. Like like all of the little challenges and everything, they shape an experience, but not really a character. You gotta start like kind of writing about like what I think they are. Like each character is like really starting to think about what it means for them to be here. But I mean, there's a lot of other stuff that I also gotta figure out the lore of for here. I guess the fun part is like that it's not all figured out. At least yet, not yet. I think that would be the fun part of like earlier videos before I end up like coming up with an actual solid answer on it. And at a certain point, I think I do gotta come up with like answers, considering this is technically a series. Like it's barely a let's play. It's kind of like it's a let's play. It's a diary disguised as a let's play, which is not really a let's play because at any moment I could just turn into creative and do whatever the fuck else that I want. So it is like a role play. So it's a diary disguised as a role play, disguised as a let's play. There are 3 layers deep in the meta. And you, as the audience, aren't really meant to see this in a way. Like, I'm making these videos, but I'm not making them for anybody in particular, other than for myself now. And now, I know I've said that I make the videos for myself in the sense, like, I've said that I'm my own audience, but I think the truer statement is I'm not making these videos for me to see them, or to hear them, or for whatever, or for anybody to hear or see them. I'm making them because I feel compelled to. I feel necessary to make these videos because they just feel right in a sense of self. I guess I've now associated this series with myself in a way. And I don't know how much I like that interpretation now that I say it out loud. I don't think that I hate myself, but I can't say that I love myself. The regret I feel keeps me from being able to forgive things that I've done in the past. And I think part of the reason why I can't entirely say that I love myself is that all I have is myself at this current moment. I can't say I love the only option I got. That's not love. That's Stockholm Syndrome. I need something else to love, to be in competition with myself in order to say, I guess I can love myself, right? Because if I'm the only thing, the only option I have to love, then there wasn't a choice to begin with. And to love yourself is a choice. Getting deep and philosophical. And really, I'm just spouting bullshit. I definitely think I could move my fishing pier over to here, because over by that window is more like a chill area. I think. No. Especially since there's more, like, it's just more visually interesting than that over there. Watch the AI overview be like, mental disabilities of this creator. He's a fucking crazy lunatic. First of all, get it right. It's she. Actually. I don't give a shit. I don't know what the hell any of that was right there. I'm really bored. So I gotta entertain myself, I guess, in that way. And that's kind of like where most of the topics come from, and like the blabbering bits, and like I think the strong point of at least the vocal or the audio part of this series, where I get to like just kind of spout bullshit, you know? Like I don't gotta, like I just, not only am I trying to entertain myself in the moment, but I end up getting to listen to it again. And I very much sound different. I'm very, in my head or in my ears in real life, I hear my voice deeper than it actually is. And hearing myself on video, I still can't recognize it as my own. It's weird. The grind of fishing. I do wish that there was a bit more to it in Minecraft. Like, I wish, like, I don't mind it taking forever to catch a fish, as long as that when a fish is actually caught, you get to engage with the mechanic a bit longer. I don't know, fishing as a mechanic just feels weird. I don't know. Like the entire purpose of fishing as a mechanic is to slow down and enjoy the world. But I mean, like look at where we are. What the? I think I fished the item and it fell down. Anyways, fishing is meant to slow your pacing, make you enjoy what you have right now instead of worrying about what you should be doing and what you need to be doing and what you're not doing. And the video really was right about that. I'm only 30-ish minutes in, and I've already been thinking about stuff that I should be doing to maximize the enjoyment of fishing, like building an actual fishing spot, like a proper area there, getting iron to smelt, or to make a anvil, to make uh to repair that one fishing rod. Just things I need to do in general. Learn Spanish, learn to drive, learn coding. I did try to learn some coding the other day. Unfortunately, the website that like has the instructional videos and like the assets that you're supposed to copy and paste and whatever, that like the all the videos on it were very we're loading very, very slowly. So I need to get to it. And now there's music again. Back to not knowing what to talk about again. I guess I can talk about some other things that I had planned. I had a kind of fun idea for a goal that a character can have, and that is to win a game of chess against another character. I had the idea. Well, one, I already discussed how this character, Bishop, moves like a pawn or the king in chess. And I ultimately decided Bishop was a more fitting name than either pawn or king. It just felt more natural for this kind of character. And it's kind of a fun idea, thinking, what if this character had that goal? I also think it might be kind of insulting, considering I already compared him to a pawn or a king. His name is Bishop. It's a little on the nose to have this character have that goal. But it would be kind of cool to have that happen at some point. It would be a really, really long chess game. And I think that's why I think I am totally digging the idea, is that, like, one, I play games against myself all the time. Not all the time. That sounds bad. But it's like, I don't have enough people to play games, and I really like games. I have a whole, like, cabinet in the basement full of games to play with people, but I don't have people. It's the one thing I lack, I think, the most in my life at this current moment. I lack people to enjoy things with. I feel like my enjoyment is not as important. Let me rephrase that. It's not that I don't view my enjoyment lesser than anyone else's enjoyment. It's that I don't crave getting enjoyment for myself. I want to bring enjoyment to other people. That's kind of why I think that's why I have this series not on private. Because in the end, I guess I do want people to see this, or I have expressed that I want people to see this series. Just don't want it to be popular. That's been the main fearing issue, is if it does become popular. But I do think that I want there to just be someone there listening to this other than myself. I know I reacted strongly when I suggested the idea that my audience would be people like myself in a previous episode. That's because I want someone other than myself. And if there's just gonna be more people like me watching it, what's the point, right? Got a lot of saddles that I don't need. We got a fishing rod from that fishing. We also got luck at the sea, and we could fish in. No. We're not gonna do that, because I'm gonna start grilling. It's time to grill in this bitch. I wish we had better scenery around here, because this place kind of sucks for scenery. I am committed to fishing, though, for the next 10 minutes. It's peaceful, but also I'm left with myself yet again. I guess I've always been by myself. It's just how things are. I am the only constant in this series. The only person playing, the only person talking, the only person watching and listening, the only person creating. And in the end, it's also the only person this is being made for. Myself. For myself to watch, and for myself to just create. There we are. Cue you. Cool. we're starting to get into a bit of a rhythm with fishing. But the fish will soon run out. And it will be time to do something again. That or the phantoms will finally spawn and we'll be driven back to sleep. I should go out fishing in real life again. I don't think I've done that in maybe a decade. I truly can't remember. Well, I know when the last time I fished was, or the events of it, but I don't know the date and time of when. Because I know it was with my uncle, since my uncle likes to fish. You know, when me and my parents moved to an area that's closer to my aunt and uncle, I kind of thought that they'd visit more often or we'd see them a bit more often. Happened a bit at the start. I remember them taking my brother and sister out to parks. I would join occasionally for some of that moss in like the parks. Because moss is it's just kind of neat. The texture is very satisfying. But I haven't seen... Well, I did see them again at... what's it? 4th of July, I saw them. And... that was nice. But I don't know when the last time a non-holiday they came over for more than an hour and just hung out. Kind of wish that would happen more. Seven minutes left in the video. I forgot to cook. I'm surrounded by family members. I still have family, obviously, but sometimes it feels like I'm the only one around. Everybody has their own ways of isolating. It sickens me. My little brother and sister have their tablets that they can be on and just be in their own little world since they're homeschooled like I once was. Although I was homeschooled throughout middle school and high school, they've been homeschooled since elementary. It kind of sucks that they don't have a social life to find new people. Guess you can't say I'm much different. Other than I guess they don't choose it either. Good night.